Last week, the Brooklyn Nets suspended Kyrie Irving 5 games for anti-Semitism. Since suspending Kyrie, the Nets are 2-0 with wins over the Charlotte Hornets and Washington Wizards. Should the Brooklyn Nets want Kyrie Irving back, or should they look to trade him right now? CK, give me your thoughts first.
I'm going to answer the question, but before that, I'm going to give you the 6 steps because I know you guys heard about the 6 steps that the Nets are requiring Kyrie. But for the listeners who don't know, I'm just going to read them because I wrote them down. I took some notes today, guys. You guys should be proud of me. All right. So step one, he must apologize and condemn the movie that he promoted, quote unquote, promoted on his social media. Number two, he must pay 500K a 500K donation to towards anti-hate causes. Not bad. Sensitivity training, anti-Semitic training. He must meet with ADL and Jewish leaders, and then he must meet with Joe Tsai to demonstrate understanding. Is Kyrie Irving a grown ass man, or is Kyrie Irving a little kid? First of all, because honestly, if you're going to give all these steps to Kyrie Irving, why do you want him back? Because first of all, does anybody on this podcast right now believe that Kyrie is going to complete all 6 of these steps? Because I'll be the guy. I love Kyrie. We all know how much I love Kyrie. Kyrie's not doing all these steps, dude. Let's be honest here, bro. There's no way in hell Kyrie Irving, you suspend him. I think it was 5 games, maybe 5 games to indefinitely. I don't remember the exact time, but I know they
Yeah, it
suspended
was
him.
at a minimum of 5 games.
Okay, so minimum. That means it could be indefinitely, but at a minimum of 5 games. So let's just start there. At a minimum of 5 games. I'm gonna say indefinitely because Sean, let's be honest, it's gonna be more than 5 games, dude. Because there's no way in hell Kyrie Irving is doing all 6 of these steps, bro. First of all, I don't even think Kyrie wants to be a net, first of all. Kyrie Irving, whether you believe his apology was real, fake, scripted, whatever you want to believe, Kyrie apologized for his actions. Granted, it was after he got suspended, and some people are going to say, well, it took them suspending him. Granted, you can say whatever you want. Bottom line is, you wanted an apology from Kyrie. He apologized. He took it to his social media. He apologized. But yeah, man, these 6 steps, bro, are insane, bro. And for a guy like Kyrie, who is just so out there, and when I say out there, I don't mean like stupid or anything. Like Kyrie's very, very, very intelligent, bro. But he's a guy that's out there, meaning he does his own thing. He doesn't follow rules. He's gonna do his own thing at his own time whenever he wants to do it. And I can tell you right now, bro, you all already shook your head. Kyrie's not doing these 6 things. So for that reason, I look at it as, is this a way for the Nets trying to force themselves a way to somehow release Kyrie, knowing that he won't follow these steps? Because if they can go to Adam Silver or whoever it is that they go to and say, look, man, we tried to deal with Kyrie. We suspended him for the 5 games for doing what he did, yada, yada, yada. We gave him these 6 steps. He's refusing to follow them. What more can we do? We can't help this guy anymore. We don't want him on the team. We don't want to pay him. That's going to be the biggest thing. They're going to want to be able to release Kyrie without paying him, bro. Let's just be real here. So that's the issue that I believe the Nets are pulling right now. Look, man, I'll be the guy because I know Tolu's going to say it. Look, trade him to the Lakers if there's some way to find a way to trade him to the Lakers if you can. But I'll be honest, I don't think that's going to happen now, PC. I'll be realistic here. If you can trade Kyrie to the Lakers, I will be happy. But realistically, there's no way in hell that's happening, bro. Lakers were the last team that I believe we're gonna even take a chance of touching Kyrie, bro. And after what LeBron said in the press conference, I don't think that's gonna happen this year. Granted, I don't know what happens in the off season. That's about a year from now, a little less than a year from now. Things could, go away and everything could blow down by then. And Kyrie could very well end up being a Laker. But right now, man, I don't know what the Nets can do with Kyrie right now. Because honestly, we were the last team to take a chance on Kyrie, bro. And that's not happening anymore. Um, I mean, PC, you're a Sixers fan. Are your Sixers touching Kyrie? I mean, Sean, you're a Heat fan. No, me, Dezzy, and Tolu.
Our owner is Jewish, no chance.
I mean, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know what the Nets go from here, but I think that this is just a way for the Nets to somehow find a way to. I don't know if the right word is legally release Kyrie without paying him, but they're gonna find a way to use these 6 steps against Kyrie. And I think it's gonna end up working, bro. Because like I said, man, there's no way in hell Kyrie is following all 6 of these steps. So yeah, man, this is gonna be a story that is gonna be hot in the NBA for a while until an ending comes to it, bro. Because I honestly, this is not gonna end well, man.
Okay. So about the Kyrie situation, I think the NBA is doing way too much on this Kyrie situation. Like him getting suspended from Nike, suspending him all these games, forcing him like out of like even this banning his shoes for God's sake. They're doing absolute way too much on Kyrie. And what I think about this is that Kyrie's in jeopardy of not playing in the NBA again. And I don't want to, like, it's just sad. Like, how is Kyrie a box office talent, one of the best point guards in the NBA, just going out like this? I'm hearing he might not be playing in the NBA ever again. They said no team might take a shot on him. Like, it's just really sad, and this happened over a link to a movie. I mean, it's just really it's really sad. It's really annoying because Kyrie's one of my favorite players. So this is just it just hurts because like I've seen Kyrie play. And if you know Kyrie, you would know he's not whatever quote unquote anti-Semitic and all that stuff. So they're doing the absolute most. They're doing the absolute most with Kyrie Irving. And for the Brooklyn Nets, does it even matter if they bring Kyrie back? The Brooklyn Nets still stink, even with Kyrie. Without Kyrie, they stink. With Kyrie, they stink. So what's the point of them bringing him back for? They still stink. Ben Simmons still can't shoot the ball. Ben Simmons is fouling out every single game.
They won 2 games without Kyrie. The past 2 games they won without Kyrie. So me and that may be something PC touches on, but you got to keep that in mind, bro. They're winning games without Kyrie.
They beat the Wizards. Whoop-de-doo. Are they beating the Miami Heat in the playoffs? Are they beating the Boston Celtics in the playoffs? Are they beating the Milwaukee Bucks in the playoffs? Are they beating the Cleveland Cavaliers in the playoffs? Are they beating who are they? Who's the other team? Who's another team? I know another team. I can't remember. What team? The Sixers. I don't even think they're beating the Sixers in the playoffs, even without Kyrie Irving or with Kyrie Irving. So whoop-de-doo, they beat the Washington Wizards. Kevin Durant got a sick crossover. Yay! It's time let's throw a parade for that. No, even with Kyrie Irving, without Kyrie Irving, the Nets stink. The Nets are trash. The roster, trash. Everything about the Nets is trash. So it doesn't matter if they bring Kyrie Irving back. They're gonna get bounced out in the first round. Kevin Durant is gonna probably be gone by next summer. And Kyrie Irving is probably not gonna be in the NBA anymore. I mean, good job, Josiah. Hey, Josiah. You talking all this junk about Kyrie Irving, saying all these steps. You do all that while you hire Ime Udoka, a sex deviant. You hire him. You want to hire him, but you're making all these steps about Kyrie Irving. It's just so hypocritical. Hypocritical at its best, man. This Nets team is so toxic. This is probably the most toxic team I've ever seen in my life. Like everywhere you go around the Nets, it's just so toxic. And it all starts with you, Kevin Durant. It's all your fault. You're the one a couple years ago that said that LeBron James, our environment is toxic. Environment is toxic. Well, who's toxic now, Kevin Durant? Who's toxic now? Who's toxic now, buddy? You got all the coaches fired. Your owner's toxic. Your teammates toxic.
Breathe,
funny,
brother. Breathe.
Funny,
Breathe, Tolu. Breathe. Okay, Tolu, just breathe.
Only Tolu can make this about LeBron James. Only Tolu.
And also Tolu to call.
Let me speak, Sean. Stop playing with me. Kevin Durant is a fraud. He got carried by Steph Curry. He's a Steph Curry merchant. Without Steph Curry, Kevin Durant is nothing. Nothing. Makes me
The question
sick.
was about Kyrie Irving, by the way.
Yeah,
and
and I
you
answered the
somehow
Kyrie
brought LeBron in it.
John.
This is insane. This is insane meat riding, bro. This
It
is
doesn't matter if they
insane,
bring
bro.
Kyrie back.
Desi,
It doesn't matter if
can you please take over,
they
please?
bring back.
He's gonna keep talking about LeBron. He's gonna keep going. So just
Okay,
take
so
over.
you get it.
Stink.
LeBron
That
is not
still stink.
toxic. LeBron is not a toxic environment. We got it. Kevin Durant.
At least LeBron James
Okay.
won a championship for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay, buddy. All right. Thank you. I'm just getting to my take now. Sorry. If I had not had technical difficulties, I would have stopped that like 10 minutes ago. Sorry, y'all. All right. So I'm gonna try to summarize this as best as I can. Number one, I don't think Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic. I think he had the right mindset. He wanted the right message to get out. And yet, I believe his execution with getting that message sent out was very poorly executed. It was before the NBA season this year started. Timberwolves guard Anthony Edwards. He was called out for, saying, homophobic remark. And, the LGBT community, they jumped on that very quickly. And immediately after that was posted on Ant's story on Instagram, he apologized for it. And because of it, he got a slap on the wrist and I think it was like a $40,000 fine from the league. Situation swept under the rug. Okay. I'll even bring up an even similar situation. Back in 2020, Deshaun Jackson, during his second stint with the Eagles, posted another anti-Semitic thing towards his IG story. It was like a quote that, I think Hitler said. And when Jackson posted that, he had to apologize not only to the team but to the fans, to the Jewish community, and he wasn't suspended. He did have to go through sensitivity training. He had to meet with a couple of Jewish leaders within that community, and the situation was once again swept under the rug. I think we are witnessing, and what we have been witnessing for essentially this entire year, ever since last season ended, with the Brooklyn Nets, is a ticking time bomb. The way that they lost last year was embarrassing. Kevin Durant asked for a trade. Kyrie Irving wanted to go to LA, play with LeBron and the Lakers. It did not look good. And there was very spiteful, petty energy on both sides with KD and Kyrie, as well as Josiah and the Nets front office. Which is why I think we are seeing as harsh as a punishment as we are with Kyrie. Like I said, I don't think Kyrie is anti-Semitic in any sort of way. I think he made a mistake. And my problem is that he made the mistake and he stood on his word, because Kyrie Irving believes that Kyrie Irving is right all the time, and anyone else who thinks otherwise just doesn't understand or is just too dumb to understand. That's where my problem with Kyrie came from. I think that's where the league's problem and Nike's problem with Kyrie came from. There was zero empathy shown towards Jewish people in the Jewish community before Kyrie got reprimanded by the league for it. He literally told media, essentially, I said what I said. And until he got suspended 5 games without pay by the Nets, that was when we heard an apology come from Kyrie Irving's camp, which is very weird to me. Because if you're a man who cannot admit when he's wrong until he is reprimanded for it, you're not learning from your mistakes. All right? You're just essentially begging for mercy at that point. So if he is still not man enough to do these 6 steps in order to better himself as a person and realize what he did, then what are we doing here? The Brooklyn Nets have to cut ties with Kyrie Irving. And now, to the Laker fans that may still want Kyrie Irving, there was never any problem with me saying that Kyrie is going to be a Laker. It was everything that comes with Kyrie Irving. You said yourself, Kyrie's a grown-ass man. All right? Kyrie Irving is going to do whatever Kyrie Irving wants to do. LeBron James is not going to stop that. And during his time in Cleveland, that he could not stop that. During his time in Boston, when he left there for specific reasons, the media did not understand. We cannot stop that. Now here in Brooklyn, with the vaccination issue, with him, leaving the team back in, I believe it was like 2019, because for personal reasons, he did not want to play for I think it was like 20 games for personal reasons. Everything that just comes with Kyrie is a headache. You do not want that in your locker room. There's got to be a point where we, stop the mark when it comes to players and their talent. If a player is toxic, a player is toxic. And especially from Kyrie's history, let's call it for what it is. Kyrie has been very toxic. All right. Everything that he's been put on has been put through this emotional drama. And I don't want that for the Lakers. I don't want that for you guys. That's why that's my whole problem with Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie, whatever happens from here, I just hope that if he has learned anything from this situation, is that you can think what you want, you can even say what you want, but just know your words, your actions have consequences. And there are strong communities out here that will reprimand you and get you possibly tossed from the league because of your words and your actions. And that does not make you any less of a man if it does. What makes you less of a man is standing on those decisions, those actions, those words. What makes you more of a man is having the balls to say that you were wrong and learning from your actions and your words. So for Kyrie, I really hope that he does those 6 steps because he is a very talented player. So top 5 point guard in this league, but things need to change with Kyrie Irving. All right. It cannot continue to be the team needs to cater to Kyrie. No, Kyrie needs to finally cater to the team.
Hey guys, this is PC here, the co-host, director, editor, you get the point. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to like it, of course, and subscribe while you're at it. It would mean a whole lot to me. And make sure to check out the audio EPs that are always going to be in the description below.